All right, here we have AOK model DTF printer. This printer was purchased from a guy in Southern Illinois. He purchased it from a company, I think directly from the manufacturer, AOK. He received the printer without print heads, and he could never get it printing properly. This is a pretty common scenario where you have to install your own print heads and hope that it works afterwards. Well, in this case, the guy had problems with the color would work, but the white would not. So he brought it to me to see if I could fix it, which I did. It is now functioning 100% like it should. But upon inspection, these are his old print heads that I pulled out of here. One, he had put silicone. He had taken silicone and put it on the head cables to ensure no ink got there. That was a mistake. First thing I noticed was these head cables, these head cables right here. And you can clearly see that they are fried. So what happened was, installing this print head, he ended up frying. Typically it's on the head carriage board, but this one does not have the components for the print head. So what we ultimately did, and that's the purpose of this video, just to show you what we did. We put 2 fresh print heads in. I didn't even, try to salvage these print heads because they are likely both shorted, and this is gonna be a, huge issue. So I went ahead and replaced both print heads. I replaced the cables. You can see how nice and neat, the cables are. I made sure that I did it very neatly. I made sure that they was correctly installed. And the problem, the manufacturer said they quit making this head carriage board. It was discontinued. So his only option was to get a new one and do some cable modification, or so they called it. He had to do some type of modification, which he was not capable of. But upon inspection, the main board right here, what was wrong was these transistors, which are on the side of this block right here. Let me zoom into them right now. These things right here, let's see, right here. These are transistors. These are responsible for your printhead firing. One's to turn on the printhead. The other one is to turn off the printhead. So what happened was these got fried. These are pretty common transistors. There's the C4131 and the A1746, which is pretty common on Roland brand printers. So I had lots of extras. So I went ahead and soldered in a new transistor. Sometimes there's a fuse on this main board as well that needs to be replaced. So what I did was installed the new heads, repaired the main board, and we are now good to go. I mean, we've got our white and we've got our color. This guy, it would have been a paperweight, but we went ahead and fixed it. But you really got to be careful when you buy these printers and they come without the print heads installed. Messing with these head cables and ink, it's a disaster waiting to happen, and you could lose your money. This guy was about at a $7,000 loss, and here we are $1,200 later. She's back up and running. But be careful buying these machines and having to install your own print heads. This is becoming a old familiar thing that I hear all the time. I bought this machine, it don't work, and usually it's user error, someone putting in a print head and making a mistake, and then the manufacturer no longer wants to help you out. So just be careful. That's why the printers I sell, I make sure they're functional. If the heads are installed, everything's working before we send them out. So be careful. Hopefully this helps you out. This is a Hoson board. Likely, if I was in your position, you don't know if your print heads are bad, you don't know if it's the board, start fresh. Buy new print heads, repair the main boards if you can. These aren't very complex, and hopefully this will help you out.